Hey there, West Michigan. Thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. It's been a gloomy Tuesday out there, a day that started off with some rain and snow and turned to fog by the overnight hours. You can see those raindrops on the Linz and Holland early in the day, but then the fog moved in. Mackinac Bridge down to Fremont, all pretty foggy. Most of the afternoon had some clearer skies on the lakeshore, but the fog's made its way over there this evening as well. Like I said, we started off with some snow. Highest was about 0.4 inches in Springfield. Hastings 0.3, Saranac at 0.2, same for Dutton, Grand Rapids, just barely measuring some snowfall, only a trace here at 13 on your side. Those temperatures made their way above average yet again today. 36 Grand Rapids, 41 Muskegon, and 40 in Holland. That's a bullseye with our forecast today. Told you 36, hit 36, only 2 misses in the last month of forecasting. When it comes to tomorrow, temperatures will start to creep up some. That's why 13 weather ball is lit up in red as warmer temperatures are ahead.
The 13 on your side weather ball, sponsored by LaFontaine Ford Grand Rapids.
And those temperatures tonight not going to be too chilly either, thanks to the temperatures and dew points coming together, creating that fog across the region. Of course, temperature cannot drop any colder than the dew point. Right now, 35 is that temperature in Grand Rapids, 39 Muskegon, 37 Holland. Temperatures really haven't moved much since about the 5 o'clock hour Tuesday evening. Will eventually drop down into the low 30s overnight. But again, it comes with the fog. We're seeing visibility reduced for most of West Michigan. Not as bad on the lakeshore, though some fog has creeped up in Holland. We do have fog alerts in place overnight as visibility is expected to remain low. We'll see some improvement as we head toward tomorrow morning, and the fog alerts are expected to be expiring by about 9 a.m. on Wednesday. All the counties here in West Michigan under gray under that alert, except for Oceana County and up toward Mason County, where they do not have fog alerts here this evening. As far as the day planner goes, fog through the overnight, could see some sprinkles, flakes, or mist. Temperature down to 33 tonight. Will be up to 38 tomorrow, and then into the 40s as we head toward Thursday, with mostly cloudy skies as we head through the end of the week. The radar out there right now showing pretty quiet conditions this evening. Again, mist, fog, a little bit of sprinkle or flurry activity can't be ruled out, but most of the moisture from the overnight is pushed well toward the east. Clearing skies working their way into western Wisconsin at this hour, but we've got some time before those clearer skies make it toward us here in West Michigan. We're looking at cloudy skies again through tonight. Flurry, sprinkle, flake possible between now and sunrise Wednesday. As we work our way through Wednesday itself, we'll see skies start to clear some by the afternoon. A few holes come in the clouds. We'll see some sunshine poke through, but again, it is a mostly cloudy day expected for Wednesday. As we head into Thursday, similar thing. We'll see some holes through the clouds throughout the day, but again, mostly cloudy day out there expected for Thursday. It's not really until we get to Friday that we'll start to clear these skies a little bit more. Partly cloudy skies expected by the end of the day Friday. That'll lead into mostly sunny skies as we head toward the weekend. Temperatures out there will stay above average, not just for the next couple of days, but the entirety of the 10-day forecast. We'll be up close to 40 on the lakeshore for Wednesday with fog possible, especially early. Temperatures hanging around in the mid to upper 30s for our northern counties. Upper 30s expected from Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo. Still watching those flood alerts, the Maple River at Maple Rapids and, of course, the Grand River at Comstock Park. But the good news is water levels have pretty much reached their peak, and they should be continuing downhill from there. 13 on your side, 10-day outlook. That shows temperatures that will stay above average for the entire forecast period. We start to clear the skies as we head into this weekend with mostly sunny weather expected for Saturday and Sunday. That'll continue through Monday and Tuesday of the coming week as well. Temperatures rise into the upper 40s by the end of the forecast, with the next shot at rain all the way down on day 10, February 9th, the next time we could see some precipitation here in West Michigan. And we talked about that flooding. It's a combination of snow melting from our warm temperatures and a little bit of rain that we've seen here in the region. It's caused river levels to rise across West Michigan. And of course, flooding can cause damage to any kind of property in a low-lying area. Speaking of that damage, Brendan Lewis from our National Verify team looks into whether traditional home insurance plans typically cover damage from floods.
Severe weather can bring significant rainfall and damaging storm surges, which floods low-lying communities. While most people have traditional homeowners or renters insurance, some people may find they might not have coverage to rebuild after a flood. So, let's verify. Do homeowners and renters insurance policies typically cover flood damage? Our sources are the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the Insurance Information Institute, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and insurance companies Allstate and Amica. Homeowners insurance is a way to repair or rebuild your home after something bad happens. Homeowners insurance, along with renters, also helps cover the cost to replace your belongings. When you buy a policy, insurance companies will give you a detailed list of what is and isn't covered. The major insurance companies we check with say flooding isn't covered in standard policies, but you can purchase separate flood insurance from a private company or a policy that's backed by FEMA's National Flood Insurance Program. So, no, homeowners and renters insurance policies do not typically cover flood damage. Flood insurance policies usually require you to purchase them at least 30 days before they take effect. If you didn't buy coverage ahead of time, FEMA also offers some assistance to people who live in areas that receive a presidential disaster declaration, but it's typically much less than what flood insurance would cover. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
And this winter, we've been in a long stretch of sunless weather that may actually have many of us noticing a change in ourselves. A lack of sunlight can really affect your mental health, especially this time of the year. 13 on your side, health reporter Elena Holland tells us how to get a little extra vitamin D in the middle of winter.
The days are short.
We're tired, it's cold.
And the days are dark. Winter in Michigan often means a lack of sunlight for days after days after days.
Hey, we're all in this together living here in Michigan. Like, we love our seasons, but they can be really, really challenging.
For many people, that results in the winter blues.
So we might feel more tired, kind of want to hibernate inside a little bit more.
In more extreme cases, about 5% of people will develop a major depressive disorder in seasonal affective disorder. So what can you do to prevent it? Lindsay Volpe Bertram, Section Chief of Psychology at Corewell Health, has a few tips.
Know your cues, know your patterns, and seek out that extra help when you can.
Winter comes every year, so if you know you're more prone to seasonal swings, have a plan. Make a plan to stay active, eat healthy meals, and get sufficient sleep. But also find something new to do.
Novelty is really important. Pick something that's new, pick something that sounds fun.
Also, try planning something fun to do with friends or family. The lack of sunlight can be draining, so sit next to a window during the day or get outside and walk when the sun does shine through.
I think the key is to find something that you like to do and looking for some ways to get that movement in, even when you're feeling like you just kind of want to hide under a blanket.
Many people will use artificial sunlight lamps to help replace the sun in the winter.
But there is some research supporting that specific types of light boxes, happy lights as people have called them, can be helpful too.
She suggests doing research on a doctor-recommended lamp.
But my thought is, if the bright light helps, use it, right? If it's not hurting anything, again, one more thing to add into the mix of boosting up your winter engagement.
If you're still struggling with mental health, talk to your doctor or a therapist.
In some environment news, a couple hoping to open Michigan's first green cemetery is now suing Brooks Township in Newaygo County over a recently passed ordinance that bans new cemeteries. 13 on your side's Jeremiah Brown spoke with the couple today about why they believe the ordinance violates the state's constitution.
And the people who are buried here also, in a very real sense, become part of this place.
Peter and Annika Quakenbush purchased their 20 acres of land in Brooks Township 2 years ago, with the goal of it becoming Michigan's first green cemetery.
The idea is for it to be a forest forever. And one of the ways that we can help support that is by it to also be a cemetery.
He says in a green cemetery, families can forgo embalming with bodies buried in biodegradable materials, supporting the natural environment with their burial.
Immediately, we went to the township to figure out what they needed from us in order for us to do this.
That included creating a site plan and having an official relationship with the Land Conservancy. Brooks Township, however, passed a new ordinance in June banning the creation of cemeteries in the township, citing the protection of public health, safety, and general welfare.
In some of the public comments, there were some concerns about water and parking. So parking can be on site, so that really shouldn't be an issue. We had the district health department out, and they confirmed that this is a suitable location for a cemetery. We are above the water table, and we are far enough away from all wells for that to be a concern.
They are being represented by the Institute for Justice, which says the ordinance violates the state's constitution.
The Michigan Constitution doesn't allow a township to ban an otherwise safe and legitimate use of property.
Corey Nelson, the Brooks Township supervisor, says he is unable to comment on an active suit, but will provide comment when he is able to.
It is really sad to see this growing and to hear from the people who desperately want this to be how they are buried.
They continue to have their hope that people will be able to be buried how they choose.
It sounds new, but really it's what we're doing is what humans have been doing as long as humans have been around, is we're just simply burying the dead in the earth, in nature.
Reporting for 13 on Your Side, I'm Jeremiah Brown.
Finally, for our Check This Out segment tonight, the athletes are arriving in Traverse City for the 45th Annual Special Olympics Michigan State Winter Games. One of the highlights for the athletes is the opening ceremony Wednesday night at 7 with the snowmobile group Wirtz Warriors. Our own Juliette Dragos will be there for that event. More than 1,500 athletes will take part in the games, which run through Friday. Some of the sports they will compete in starting tomorrow include snowshoeing, skiing, snowboarding, and figure skating. Of course, good luck to all those athletes competing up north. Of course, if you want to follow the athletes, follow the news, or just keep a track of the weather, you can always do that online at 13onyourside.com or by downloading our news and weather apps. For now, though, thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens.